Welcome to the Famous Computer Cafe. This is Michael Walker. We're here, right here at the Famous Computer Cafe with you.
And this is Andy Velkoff, and I'm also here at the Famous Computer Cafe.
Oh, and this is Ellen Walker, and I think I'm here. I'm not quite sure if I got here yet. But anyway, welcome to the Famous Computer Cafe. Our guest today is Christopher Miles, talking about the Crystal Network, telecommunications, networking, and a lot of more cosmic issues related to that. Tune in, you know?
Heavy-duty cosmic issues.
We're also going to be hearing from John Dvorak of InfoWorld and of the Famous Computer Cafe, who's going to be talking about Steve Wozniak. We hear things that Woz may be on the move.
You know, this world of personal computers, I got to tell you, we always thought it would be the movers and shakers. This thing is really going crazy. All kinds of activity is going on right now.
I know. Look at you.
I'm real excited. I really am. I've been away 2 days, been wearing this chef's outfit, but we're not going to talk about it.
That's right.
What chef's outfit, Michael?
That's right. Don't mention the outfit, okay?
Anyway, guys, we want you to call in and ask some questions today and just sort of involve yourselves in a discussion with us about the issues that we're going to talk about. We have a lot of issues that we can talk about, and Michael and Christopher will start talking about some of those, and you just call in. Any callers who call today will receive, first of all, a Winkies, the computer friend chip. It blinks.
Everybody needs
a Winky.
A Winky.
Right. And you will also receive 2 tickets at the price of $6. 2 tickets to the second annual Computer Sellathon Expo 85 being held at Shrine Exposition Hall in Los Angeles on Saturday, February 9th and on Sunday, February 10th. You will be able to get thousands of computer products for immediate purchase at up to 50% off. So this is definitely something to check out. Everybody calls in today will get their name put on the list, which is the equivalent of 2 free tickets, okay? So Michael, what phone numbers should they call?
Great. I'll tell you what, we're going to start from the bottom up. I always do it from the opposite way. From West Los Angeles, 837 KIEV. Orange County, 714 area, 739 KIEV. South Bay area, 835 KIEV. San Gabriel Valley, 443 KIEV. Glendale Burbank, 956 KIEV. San Fernando Valley, 989 KIEV. And those folks in LA, 628 KIEV. We'll be right back after this.
And would you hear that guy give those numbers?
Start with the world's best-selling database system. Give it enhanced features to make it faster, more powerful, and easier to use, and you have the makings of a software heavyweight. DBase 3, Ashton Tate's hot new package for your 16-bit PC. With DBase 3, you can create records with up to 128 fields, access 10 files at once, and run other programs like communications or word processing without leaving DBase 3. You can read non-DBase files from other software programs or mainframe databases. And you can easily convert your DBase 2 files and programs to DBase 3. If you get stuck, help is at your fingertips with multiple help screens. And where do you go to see this powerful new program? Go see David and Betty Sun at Sun Computers in the city of Carson. They'll tell you what you need to know about DBase 3 and more. Sun Computers is located at 20925 South Bonita in Carson. Or call 213-538-8338. That's 213-538-8338. Sun Computers in Carson, a soft cell dealer.
A partner. What is it? I never really thought about it much. But I guess a partner is someone who shares the burdens and rewards of your business with you. A partner does some things better than you do. Even does some things you can't do at all. That's why you're partners. You balance each other out. Without my partner, I never could have made it. I really think the secret to a successful business is a successful partnership.
This word about partners has been brought to you by Star Software Systems, makers of the Accounting Partner. The Accounting Partner, a complete, sophisticated accounting package specially designed for small businesses. The Accounting Partner includes general ledger, accounts receivable, accounts payable, invoicing, purchase orders, and payroll, all for a very affordable $395.
Yourself too seriously?
The Accounting Partner by Star Software Systems is available at the Federated Group. The Federated Group is located in Temple City, West LA, Torrance, Cerritos, Huntington Beach, Mission Viejo, and La Puente. And this message is sponsored by Soft Team Distributors. Well, hi guys, this is Ellen, and of course we're here at the famous Computer Cafe News and Salad Bar. The computer letter quotes a certain industry executive as saying that the Japanese have flopped like dead fish on the shores of the American computer industry. However, editors say they are definitely showing signs of life in the 3.5-inch disk drive market. No U.S. company now is able to ship large numbers of microfloppies, and sales of microfloppies are about to soar. Rumor has it that the new IBM PC-2 will be using them, in addition, of course, to presently the Apple, HP, and Atari. The computer letter says Toshiba and Alps Electric are both sitting on letters of intent for microdrives with IBM's Entry Systems division. And Disk Trend, a California research firm, thinks that sales of microfloppy drives will outstrip sales of single-sided 5-inch disk drives in 1985. The computer letter also quoted a New York investment banker as saying, "We have an unbelievable backlog of clients who would love to go public. The January stock market rally has got people anticipating an upsurge in initial public offerings for computer-related companies, and the recent record of such offerings is encouraging. AST Research from Irvine was offered for $7 on December 21st in '84. Now it's up to $14.75. Software Publishing also went public in December for $7 and is now selling for $13. Look for Xerox to cut the price of their Star workstations in response to Apple's recent announcement of the Macintosh Office. Just a little tip there. And last but not least, Steve Wozniak says he's planning to leave Apple again. A few years ago, he took a leave of absence from Apple to get his engineering degree and was brought back to employ his circuit design expertise on the 2C. Rumor says he was a bit miffed at the stockholders meeting where the Mac got all the publicity, and his pet, the Apple II, which has actually done quite well recently, wasn't even mentioned. So now he says he's leaving to form a company that will build computers the way they should be. I think we have some inside scoop on this business about Woz from our friend John Dvorak.
Well, just to let you folks know that we have things together here at the famous Computer Cafe. You hear it on the news, and now we can talk with John Dvorak of InfoWorld and of the famous Computer Cafe to tell us what's happening with Wozniak. How you doing, John?
Pretty good. How you doing down there?
Just fine, just fine. So what's the story with Wozniak?
Well, you know, this supposedly happened. This surprised me. It took so long for the major media to pick this up. I had to call. I write for the San Francisco Examiner up here, and I had to call one of the reporters and ask him why they weren't running anything on this, because I knew about this on Monday, and apparently Woz quit last week. And when I mentioned it to them, they said they were shocked by the whole thing. I guess I should have clued them in earlier. We would have had a scoop. But apparently, the rumors that it's hard to get a hold of Woz at this point. He's gone, and supposedly he will be consulting with the company, which is a nice way of saying, you know, forget it. He's not going to be around anymore.
Out and over.
And I think he's finally been fed up. Basically, what the smart money thinks is that Woz has been talking a lot. He's been shooting off his mouth about the 2X, and he's a very open guy. He's a nice guy, great guy. In fact, I wish more guys like him in this industry. And he doesn't mind talking to reporters, but it kind of irritates the company because they have the closed mouth policy, long since adopted by IBM. And so he was talking about something in InfoWorld printed some stuff about the Apple IIX, which is a 16-bit Apple II, and then Byte magazine ran this long thing in the January issue, which some people feel was the straw that broke the camel's back. And what happened, it requires a lot of memos, why did you say this, and you're not supposed to be talking about this, we have strategic planning, you're not supposed to talk about future products and all that kind of stuff. We feel he was probably harassed. Supposedly there was a memo that he sent to Jobs, this is all rumor, saying something about I've had it,
It strikes me, John, that here's a guy who was among the first. I mean, he's a giant in the industry, a pioneer. And these are people that were very much individualists to begin with. If he hadn't been an individualist, he never would have developed the Apple computer to begin with. Do you think it's just a continuation of that kind of individual spirit and his personality just coming through the form?
No, it has to be, and it's probably a good sign for everybody, because let's face it, he wasn't really accomplishing a lot at Apple. It's turned into a big corporation, no matter what anybody likes to think. All the hobbyists out there, these Apple fanatics. Hey, this is a $2 billion company here, it's not like the way it used to be. And Woz maybe didn't fit in. And he is a creative guy. He likes to work, and banging your head against the wall in a $2 billion company is actually when he quit HP. It was about a $2 or $4 billion company, and he tried to sell them. He invented the Apple II for HP. They didn't want it, so he walked squawk with it, and then ran into his buddy Steve Jobs, and they started Apple. But I mean, he was going to give them that design. He just doesn't work well, as most really talented guys don't work well in these highly structured environments that, you know, you have a lot of middle managers that are making decisions that are affecting creative types, especially. So what's ludicrous about it is that Woz was like, you know, owns a third of the company. And the fact that he put himself in a position of staff engineer was a big mystery to me.
Well, you know, I imagine that we're going to be hearing from a lot more from him in the future in one way or another. I mean, he's a creative guy, and I hope that you'll keep us posted, all right?
Yeah, we'll let you know. He's working on some video, some integration of the television and the computer.
Okay, John, we're running a little bit short on time, so I know there are a couple other things that you wanted to mention, though.
Well, just one thing in particular. There's some software I ran into, which I'll talk about next time. But I've been doing a little research on these failing ATs that are rumored around here, and I think I'll come up with some numbers for you next time we talk. I'll discuss the problems with the IBM AT.
All right, well, we'll look forward to that next week.
Talk to you later.
John, take care.
Bye.
If Lotus had given you just one,
a spreadsheet that's up to 50 times faster than other spreadsheets, with every statistical and financial formula you'll ever need, and the largest workspace on the market.
that would have been enough. And if Lotus had given you just two,
Information management, to store and organize information with the ability to cross-index over 2,000 records by 32 criteria, and use information from other programs and computer systems.
that would have been enough. And if Lotus had given you just three,
Graphics, to graph information from your spreadsheet in less than 2 seconds, and change that information, touch a key, and graph the new results instantly. Graphics as a thinking tool.
that would have been enough.
But Lotus has given you more. Text editing, tutorials, a help key, and a host of features which give Lotus 123 its power and simplicity.
Lotus 123 is available at the Software Spot, 10977 Santa Monica Boulevard in West Los Angeles, or phone 213-477-7561. That's 213-477-7561.
The Software Spot, the oldest independently owned and operated software store in Los Angeles. A soft sell dealer. One day at the office.
Here you are, Mr. Smithers. All the information you requested. As you can see here, Department 42 increased production by 32% with a 6% seasonal adjustment in the fourth quarter.
Wilson, this is garbage. I can't understand any of it. Come back when you can show me the big picture.
1 month later.
Here, Mr. Smithers. All the information in concise graphs. I think it's much easier to understand.
Too little, too late, Wilson. I needed this 3 weeks ago. You're fired.
But I...
This has been a graphic demonstration of the importance of business graphics in getting your point across. GraphWriter by Graphic Communications is software that provides all the capabilities required to quickly produce every standard chart used in business reports to the business person smart enough to use it. GraphWriter by Graphic Communications, for the big picture.
GraphWriter is available at Pathfinder Business and Computer Centers. In Costa Mesa, Pathfinder is located at 11822 Northport Boulevard, or call 714-650-3940. This message is sponsored by Soft Team Distributors.
Well, we're back here at the famous Computer Cafe, and my name is Michael Walker. I'm here with Christopher Miles with Crystal Network. How are you, Christopher?
Real good, Michael.
Well, you know, I was talking with Andy and Ellen earlier today, and they said, well, you know, this is going to be a different kind of a show than yesterday's show. Yesterday's show was more real technical, kind of disk drive oriented. This is supposed to be more sociological, right? I mean, we're supposed to talk about the sociology of computers.
That's one of the areas the Crystal Network is definitely concerned with, is making the technology accessible to people, taking the fear out of it, and making the networks that are available to the user as well as the smaller businessman, the technology that's right now only being used by the highest level corporations.
So what then is the Crystal Network?
Crystal Network is an electronic community that we are organizing of high-level companies within the Silicon Valley and in the Los Angeles area that we're trying to bring together into an organized body, hardware developers, software developers, publicity people, writers in the industry, anyone who's really using the tech or interested in getting access at a higher level. Right now, there's many different types of networks available.
Okay, you're like moving real fast for me, so you're going to have to slow way down for me, because I'm not quite sure I get everything that you're talking about. But I'm going to try my best to follow you, okay? And also, you guys know that you can call in and ask some questions yourself, so help me out, all right? Let me ask one thing. Is this a software package? Is this something that an individual can buy, a software package, and get connected to a group of other people who are on the same network, communication network? Is that what this is?
No.
I mean, besides all the other stuff out there.
The person doesn't have to have anything besides a personal computer and a modem.
Okay.
That's all that's required to utilize the network.
And then what do?
They just dial a phone number through their modem, either a TimeNet number or a local Bay Area number, depending on which network we put them on. And this allows them interactive conferencing with members of the network. They can send messages to one.
Okay, hold on. We're going to open up the calls, okay? We'll see what folks have to say about this. You're on the line here at the Famous Computer Cafe. Who's this?
This is Jonathan.
Hi, Jonathan. What's your question?
How you guys doing?
We're doing great today. How about yourself?
Glad to hear it just fine. Listen, I want to know how do you compare Crystal Network with like CompuServe and the others? I mean, why should I get Crystal Network? Is there a charge for this? Of course, huh?
What's the price? What's the deal?
Yeah.
Okay, super. Hang on there, and we'll answer the question, okay?
Yeah.
The
Go ahead.
The difference between CompuServe, Source, and the Crystal Network is that these other communication packages are basically information-oriented. Our network is designed to create a community of participants in the high-tech world that are of utilizing this one particular utility.
Okay, I know CompuServe. CompuServe gives me a shopping mall. It gives me ability to do CBing, where I can talk on 2 different channels to friends of mine all over the country. I can also store information. I can do some games. I can do some other telecommunicating. I can get on special little sections. Now, does yours have any of those features?
We have similar type features. That I would say this is the main difference, is that not to put down any of the other products, but sometimes the networks are not always available. They are either overcrowded or you have difficulty getting on.
So you have a bigger computer than everybody else?
No, we have a very specialized software package, though, that does allow very easy access, and it also allows group conferencing online at the same time.
Okay, well, we're going to take another question. Hi, you're on the line here at the Famous Computer Cafe. Is this Maria?
Yes.
Hi, how are you?
Fine.
Okay, what's your question?
I wanted to know what you call software. Is that inside the computer or what?
Okay, you want to explain what you call software?
Yes.
Sure.
Okay.
My basic explanation is that the software is the way or the process by which the computer is interacting with the operator. It's the brains, if you will. It's the language that the computer speaks with. It's the function that the computer is doing.
And it's the 0 and 1. All a computer is real simple. It's 0 and 1, and they just do it by assigning different values or something to these numbers. I don't know. It's real technical for me.
In a way, the software is kind of like the records, you know?
That's right.
Isn't like
exactly.
If you can think of your computer as a record player, and it's something that can play. I mean, you can play on your record player. You can play the Beatles, and you can play Frank Sinatra, and you can play Mozart. Well, a computer is nothing more than in a way, a record player that will play different things, but instead of playing the Beatles and Mozart and Frank Sinatra, it'll play different kinds of software. And the software come on discs. They almost look like records in a way.
And they let you write letters. You can sing songs. You can write music. You can keep your recipes. It does all those kind of things, and that's probably some of the neatest things. How's that for an answer?
Yeah, that's wonderful.
Okay, super. Can we take one more, Andrew? Hi, you're here at the Famous Computer Cafe.
Hi, my name's James. I'm calling from Orange.
Okay, James, what's your question?
Yeah, I'd like to know, first, it's kind of a two-part question. First of all, you didn't really answer the first man's question of how much you're going to be charging the users, you know, because like CompuServe, I have one eye on the clock.
Got it.
And I don't call in the daytime. I just can't afford it.
That's $12 an hour on that rate at a 1,200 baud, right?
Yeah, well, I'm working 300 baud.
It goes that much slower.
That's right. And second of all, are we looking for some major expansion? Because, you know, I don't know what kind of operation you're going to be starting out with. I don't know how soon you're going to be expanding to something the size of CompuServe.
Okay, good. Both good questions. I'm glad you brought that back up. Can you go ahead and answer that?
Yeah, the first question is that the prices vary anywhere from, say, $150 for a password on up, and this is on an annual basis, on up to, say, $750 for up to 20 passwords.
Well, once you have a password, is that like being able to buy entry into the country club, but after I get in, I'm going to have to pay for each service a la carte?
No, in other words, your package would be formed based on what your needs were during our analysis of what your requirements were. Say, for example, you had 5 to 10 people that you wanted to bring together in a specific group area. We'd be able to assign the 5 to 10 passwords to the group, and then they would have access to that system. Now, perhaps they would want other facilities or other utilities available to them, in which case they could be added on. And different packages would have a different hourly rate, depending on the
is this
need.
more of a business person's program, or is this like, what kind of people get onto this thing?
We will, our primary focus is organizing the high-tech community into an interactive body, but certainly
it's
we
lots
want to
of
make
folks,
everyone,
lots of different kinds
anyone
of
who's
folks.
interested.
How was that, James?
That'll do just fine.
Okay, super. Okay, we're going to take a break now. When we come back, we want to have some more calls, okay? Stay tuned. We'll be right back here at the Famous Computer Cafe. This is Michael Walker.
Welcome to Computer Suitor. Today, Bachelorette Software Samna Word 3 asks the big question.
Bachelor number 1, what do you want in the perfect word processor?
I want a word processor that handles different languages. French, German, Spanish, and even Greek.
Oh, pas de problème. Bachelor number 2?
I don't know if I can say this on the air, but I'm crazy about word processors with a zoom feature. I like a miniature picture of the whole page so I can see margins and centering.
A different perspective. Bachelor number 3?
I want 5-function math mode, the ability to do line drawings, easy cursor control, and spell checking. I want it all.
Well, this is difficult. I do all those things.
Having a hard time picking the best word processing program? Pick Samna Word 3.
Samna Word 3 is available at Priority 1, located at 18241 McDermott Street in Irvine, or call 714-660-1411. That's 714-660-1411. This message is sponsored by Soft Team Distributors.
Hi, you're here at the Famous Computer Cafe. Who are we talking to?
Yes, my name is Gary Mitchell.
Hi, Gary. How are you?
Fine, and I'd like to know, with this, can you play games on it and things like that?
Okay. Can you play games on it?
This is not really designed for game usage. This is much more designed to help people who are on projects, who need to have interactive conferencing, people that are far distances apart, or to access...
So big organizational kind of things,
Well,
huh?
that or smaller projects. The main thing is we want to make is the group community of high-tech industries available to the world at large.
Okay, Gary?
Yes.
We're gonna keep on trucking right through these. We're gonna let you shoot out your questions because there's lots of phones and lots of people
Gary,
who want to ask questions.
if you are looking for one to play games on, PlayNev is one you might want to check out.
That's a good point. Yes, you can get that software on Commodore. It allows you to play games in color all across the country, tic-tac-toe and Parcheesi and I don't know what else. But anyway, hey, we'll talk to you later on. Hi, you're here at the Famous Computer Cafe.
Yes, I'd like to know if you're going to have more of a bulletin board set up for technical problems.
Software support is definitely an aspect of the Crystal Network. People can log in their software questions, and we have programmers online who will answer them specifically to your particular needs. These will be based on the time required to do the research, or it could be just a free service, depending on the nature of the question.
Great.
Okay?
Thank you.
Thanks for calling. Was that Ron? Yeah, that was Ron. See you later, Ron. Bye. It's interesting because a lot of people have different ideas about what they think this thing is. Succinctly, maybe I'm missing just a little something, and maybe you can be a little bit clearer for me. Is this a network that allows lots of different professionals to get together in one area and communicate online freely and allow themselves to leave messages for one another
Yes.
so that they can create their communications?
Exactly. It's for people that are who don't want to go to all the expense of having to buy a hardware setup and having megabytes of memory, but they want to have the interactive group conferencing, and also to create that community attitude within the electronic community so that we can deal with some of the social issues involved regarding computers.
Okay, we're going to take another call. Hi, you're here at the Famous Computer Cafe. Is this George? Hello? I guess he's not there now.
See you, George.
See you, George. The interesting thing that I find about this whole world of telecommunications, then electronic mail, and then you get to this conferencing, is that there are some pretty heavy people doing this stuff. I mean, people that are like PhDs and masters and engineers. I mean, these are people who are really interested in communication. They're interested in transferring a lot of information to one another. Why?
I've worked with hundreds and hundreds of people that have come to me about getting on the network, and I've dealt with people from PhDs, as you say, all the way down to local secretaries. The thing is that we need to communicate what the needs are of the human family at large, and then by having this new means of communication, we can speed up attention to given products or projects that we're interested in. We're working in the area of art, we're working in the area of recording, we're working in the area of clothing, film. We're trying to bring people together, music, bringing people together that want to help evolve the planet.
A good example is we just went to the NAMM show, and I'll tell you, the world of music is going incredibly crazy right now. The microchip is affecting the world of music in such a way that they've got a Kurzweil will sound as good as a grand piano. It's incredible. Listen, we're going to take another call. Hi, is this George? Are you back?
Yes, I am.
Okay, great to have you back.
George the Second.
What's your question?
I'm 68 years old.
68.
And I just got a Commodore computer, and the book that came with it is a little hard to understand. I was wondering if you knew of any book that would be a little easier to understand.
Oh, wow.
My basic thought is it's best to get somebody to come hire yourself a professional or call your dealer and find out who's giving instruction in the computer that you're using. They can probably either come to your home or help you over the phone to answer your questions. I think this is a real important way to get online with your computer.
Listen, I'll tell you what else. Thanks for putting my mic on. I'll tell you what else. We're going to get the book itself. We've got a couple books at the office that we can be able to get put on the air tomorrow of people who can understand easier ways to get around the Commodore 64, okay? Okay, super. See you later on, all right? Bye-bye, George. Hi, you're here at the Famous Computer Cafe?
Yes. I have a question for your guest.
Okay.
I'd like to know, this new organization, is this a kind of service in which an individual might call with some kind of technical question regarding program development or correction of that nature, things of that nature?
Yes, sir. The network is designed to enable people to have, if they have a specific software problem, to be able to log onto the network and seek an answer through the network, and we can come back with a specific answer regarding that problem.
Oh, thanks for your call. We're going to take off. We'll be right back after this break, okay?
SuperCalc 3 by Sourcem is a spreadsheet that's extremely easy to use, swift, and powerful, and it's priced lower than most other leading spreadsheet programs. SuperCalc 3 has all the built-in functions expected in a high-quality spreadsheet, and a lot more. SuperCalc 3's features include an on-screen help function, spreadsheet consolidation and sorting capabilities, calendar and date calculations, simple data management, functions, and windowing. The integrated graphics capability is superbly presented, allowing plotting and printing of charts in up to 99 colors. SuperCalc 3 provides you with the ability to create pie charts, bar charts, line charts, and XY graphs. The graphics are integrated into the command structure, so once you learn SuperCalc 3, plotting and graphing the results of your calculations is as easy as pie. To get a taste of the simplicity and power of SuperCalc 3, walk into Simply Software, where they'd love to whip up a quick demonstration. Simply Software is located at 3001 Sepulveda Boulevard in Manhattan Beach, or call 213-546-2467. That's 213-546-2467. Simply Software, a soft cell dealer.
Well, hey, listen, we want to thank Christopher Miles from Crystal Network. Listen, if people want to get in touch with you, what do they need to do?
All they have to do is call 415-591-2101 in the San Francisco Bay Area and leave their name, address, phone number, and we'll get back to them.
Okay, super. What if they let you know that they heard it here at the Famous Computer Cafe?
Hey, we want to know that, definitely.
Great, okay.
And everybody, I want to tell you that you have, congratulations, won yourself a Winky and also 2 tickets to the Computer Sellathon. That'll be, your names will be on a list at the door at the Shrine Exposition Hall anytime this Saturday or Sunday. You get your computer products for up to 50% off, so that's something exciting.
Tomorrow we've got Dr. Disc, so call in with your questions about your personal computers. We'll be here at the Famous Computer Cafe.
You guys drive safely out there and enjoy the rest of the evening.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.